We always had in our minds that we wanted it to be for independent artists by independent artists. As we were coming up and doing shows and getting gigs, we realized that there was a real hole in the industry for up and coming and emerging artists to get opportunities that actually meant something.
What Homegrown represents for an act at a local level is the ability to be able to, not just for the event, but to be able to go through essentially an entire A&R process, to be able to actually be a part of an EP before the event, creates that extra sense of community.
So after we released our debut album On This Journey Volume 1 and then our live album On This Journey Volume 2, we were kind of, thinking about what our next project was going to be. And I think one thing that Oscar and I reflected on is we wanted to work more with other musicians and artists because it's so much more fun.
On the first album, we did collaborate a few times on some of the songs. It was just awesome. It was so amazing, and that I think as well drew us to doing this project the way we're doing it.
Yeah, and it kind of gave birth to the idea of doing an EP called Homegrown, which is an EP that celebrates independent artists based here in Melbourne, and to really bring together a collaborative effort of over, at this point, 40 musicians on one EP.
which is kind of mental.
It's just amazing that we get opportunities where we get to sing together.
Yeah, I mean, growing up, like, you know, where everyone was just doing their own thing, it was cool to be part of a project where everybody's coming together.
The importance of collaboration is the fact that you're not only allowing your ideas to grow, but you've also got their ideas coming into it. And I think that just makes for greater growth in a shorter space of time.
When everything's like on that same train line or you're heading towards the same path, it's a real, like, I guess, beautiful thing when it all connects in the end.
Being on an independent project is honestly something that's incredible. You get the freedom to be able to create without the pressures or constraints of anyone.
Sometimes in like the music scene there can be a bit of competitiveness, and I've found working on this project, I feel like there's no competitiveness, we have fun.
It's incredible to be a part of a plethora of other producers, other musicians. I can't even count how many musicians are on the project.
Working with Connor and Oscar is a very collaborative process. It wasn't, this is what we want, write this. It was, what are your ideas? These are our ideas, and let's meld them together. And that's exactly what we did, and that's what we created. Beautiful collaboration.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. This one's gonna be a little funny. We are Mr. Coach, we got Jonathan Buffalino. We do. Do you know who else we have? Free Bucket! It's on.
I think we work together really, really well. Writing this song has been an absolute pleasure. Working with Jonathan has been so easy, and even from the very get-go, it was just natural. It came so naturally and organically. It was great. And then you boys are magical. And what you wrote, shit.
Getting 12 musicians in a room is not an easy task, but we finished early. Yeah. That never happens, ever.
You know, what can we say? I mean, for this song, I think we went just straight funk. Most of the time I'm using elements of funk, but maybe not full funk, but yeah, we just said funk. Take a shot every time we say funk.
Working with Jonathan Buffalino, it was such an amazing pairing. To be honest, it was the first time we've met someone that young that resonated with a very similar sound that we love, like funk and soul and just that 1950s all the way to the 70s type music. We spent hours at parties chatting about how good it would be to, you know, work on a song together, and now we did it.
It happened so naturally. It happened within about 3 minutes. We sat down at the keys, he played the guitar, we found a chord that we liked, we could jam over, made a groove, got in the studio, wrecked out some really basic stuff, and it just snapped.
It's just been amazing to bounce ideas off each other, and I think we've both had that understanding of what we want and the vibe that we're going for. And, you know, free parking, I mean, working with actual horn players. Usually I'm writing the horn parts. So working with actual horn players and having them put their own input it's really great.
They are incredible. They've done it all themselves. I can only play alto, but we get a trombone, a trumpet, and an alto, and me. What else could you ask for? It's been amazing.
My first impression when I heard the demo for the first time was, this is absolutely my favorite Mr. Co song as a demo I've heard. It had the energy and the feel that I like to work with.
My first impression, I was pretty blown away.
I was like bopping hard. It was just like, damn.
I heard the horns kick in and I was like, no, this is amazing.
It's funky, it's bassy, it's funky and bassy.
Walking along
Got My Love has been an epic journey. It is probably the biggest song on this EP. Teaming up with Ambrea again has been a dream come true.
Got My Love is a collaboration between myself, Mr. Co, and Halo Vocal Ensemble.
Halo's community, as you can tell, with everyone that I bring together, it's just amazing that we get opportunities where we get to sing together.
We wanted to do it in the genre of gospel soul, and I think we have hit the nail on the head with that one.
Yeah, having 19 people involved in the song, everyone's bringing their own thing. When everything's like on that same train line or you're heading towards the same path, it's real, like, I guess, a beautiful thing when it all connects in the end.
The process of writing Got My Love was amazingly easy. Everyone was just overflowing with ideas.
It was quite breezy. Being around the musicians where we have the same ideas, it felt like everything just clicked.
The song is so grand and it's so big that we needed to literally get everyone in on it. And to back Amber's vocal up on that song, it was pretty crucial that the music really delivered the same delivery that she was delivering for us as well.
It just clicked. It was one of those things where you just felt like you had all the right people in the right spot at the right time.
In terms of collaborating with Mr. Co, it's definitely been the idea of just give us what you got and we'll feed it back to you. We'll make it shine for you.
I drew inspiration for this specific song from a lot of the music that one of my favourite drummers, Nate Smith, plays on.
It's got a pretty gospel-y feel, so just listen to a bunch of gospel bass players. I guess Pino Palladino is a huge influence of mine.
And on the Nord, you've got like a little pitch wheel. So it was sort of incorporating that sort of like the bendy guitar sound, emulating a guitar in a certain way, but like on the piano.
We are about to film the Got My Love music video.
There's a lot of people here. The vibes are good. Look at this place. Look at it.
I'm playing drums. This spaceship right here, this baby.
Oh, well come over here with me. We'll check out my station. So thanks to the lovely fellas at Neural DSP, we're using a Quad Cortex and a Stratocaster from Fender.
I am playing the saxophone with my best friends who are also playing horny instruments.
We did our backing vocals with Halo Vocal Ensemble, so it was like a big gospel choir. We just kind of added some layers to the song, just kind of really buy into that soul, funk kind of vibe that was already going on.
I think Got My Love is essentially what Homegrown for us is all about. It's about grabbing different musicians, different artists from all the different sides of Melbourne and kind of bringing them in together on one track. It was easy considering the amount of people that performed, wrote and prepared for the track as well. So we are now behind the scenes of our music video, which is literally grabbing all those same people in one day and filming a music video in 4 hours.
This is gonna sound real cheesy, but like you're like one with the music and you're one with the musicians. As we grow with building the song, we also grow in building like the meaning of it, and we grow in building that like the connection we have with each other.
It's just such a warm and positive song.
You know, as much as, you know, we could just be putting on a smile, like I feel like we're actually enjoying ourselves when we are filming.
It's just a testament to like family and friendship and yeah, that feeling of togetherness.
Got My Love has been the perfect title track for Homegrown. It's been everything that we could have asked for, and we are incredibly proud of what we've been able to produce all together.
My impression of Sippin' was that it had legs. It had a real strong emotional core to it, had that element of romance, and what it really needed was some really passionate instrumental. I knew it was going to put itself together in only 3 sessions, and so did.
You wonder my heart, the story was told. Felt like a shot of whiskey, burning through to
My impression of what Sipping represents was a song that's about love and the ins and outs of the experience of falling in love. Working on Sippin' has been incredible. It happened all so fast. The music came out of a beautiful place. Favorite part of the song has to be the bridge. The bridge is powerful. Renee sends it, coming really close as the ending, that this kind of serene, meditative experience that comes full circle from the trauma of the story to come to a real reflective state. It's incredible to be a part of a plethora of other producers, other musicians. I can't even count how many musicians are on the project.
Sippin' is probably one of the most romantic songs that I've ever co-written. It's bright, it's memorable, it's in the field, it's a good time, that's what Sippin' is.
Sippin' is a song about love, the story of two people in a relationship, their ups and downs.
So this was the 4th song that we wrote in our 5-track EP. We've done funk, we've done gospel, we've done rock. Sippin' is the lyrical song of the EP.
The tumultuous love story, the very narrative-driven, really focuses on the journey of the people in the song.
When someone listens to Sippin', whether they're in a current relationship, whether they've just met someone, whether they're reflecting on the past, I think the feeling to be felt would be nostalgia. I've had issues with working with people sometimes in the past when like someone has a very strong idea of what they want something to be and there's no leeway to move. Whereas working with Connor and Oscar, it was a very collaborative process. It wasn't, this is what we want, write this. It was, what are your ideas? These are our ideas, and let's meld them together, and that's exactly what we did.
Working with Renee was absolutely fantastic. She's an incredible talent. She's got a voice of an angel, smart as a whip. She honestly brought to the table a level of vocal agility and ability that is unparalleled.
Honestly, when we heard her sing for the first time and we were talking about her EP, we had one more spot left and we went, yeah, Renee. I remember seeing a few videos on Renee's Instagram and we fell in love with the tone. I've heard a lot of great vocalists, but the tone is just like butter.
When we had that first session, Renee and myself, we just sat down at the piano and we just started talking about what the song could be about. The angle that we started with was not the angle that we finished with. I think we're going in for something a lot more dark, that the song ended up transforming into this really beautiful love story.
It's definitely not what I thought I was going to be writing that day. I started off with a very her vibe. I think I kind of stayed there with the lyrics, but I definitely pulled out my Alicia Keys inspiration when I was singing Sippin'. You're my pick-me-up when you pick me up. That's my all-time favourite lyric of Sippin'.
You might pick me up when you pick me up. Because Renee obviously copied me.
I did not copy him. Pick one that you wrote? I don't know.
There's just something so simple, but it just, every time I hear it, you perk. You go, oh, that's so smart. It's so good.
Of independent artists who are so insanely talented coming together for a show right here in Melbourne. It's incredible.
How are you feeling?
Excited.
How are you
So
feeling?
excited.
We're so excited.
So excited. So excited.
It was really, really cool to be in the audience, look up on stage and see independent artists performing, but then also to see independent artists in the audience watching independent artists and having that realization that if we actually all work together and we do stuff like this together, we can make an impact as big as the big artists.
I'm feeling absolutely incredible. It was so much fun. Adrenaline's getting to me right now.
Making individuals' dreams literally come true by just doing something is really rewarding.
Let's rock these walls. Let's rock these walls.
A lot of the artists who performed on the night are really good friends of ours, and to be able to give them an opportunity that not even we would have dreamt of 2 years ago is so special.
Great platform for people in Melbourne to come around and share their gift with us.
Great networking.
Yeah.
It's a bit of so insane. The cruel intentions of the lovers.
It was just incredible, the response from early to the very, very end. Every single person was there, they were enjoying it.
I'm so happy. It went better than expected. Whoa, I didn't fall over!
This community is something that is honestly really special.
I think it's a real testament to Mystico Presents as well. The building of the community is not easy to do for artists at any level, and also for first-time promoters. It's an incredible testament to their tenacity and to their willingness to collaborate with other people. And I think that that's something that's missing in the Australian music scene 100%. In general, and something that they've really embodied.
Just a small town girl living in a lonely world. She took the midnight train going anywhere.
You're back now, you're independent, you're releasing music. What does it feel like to be back there on stage tonight?
Honestly, more than anybody at home will ever understand. Artists will get it, no one else will ever get how much that means to us. So I loved it. Thank you guys for the support, for partying, for dancing, for cheering, for singing. Yeah, it was amazing. It was a dream come true this evening.
That community, that understanding, people understood what we were doing and how hard it was. We were in the trenches with these guys. They weren't just putting their own show on, we were putting on a show together, and it was in everyone's best interest.
We were a team.
We're a team. We're one big team.
You're a bachelor, how you feeling? It's going to be a crazy after party. I'm just a bachelor looking for a partner, someone who knows how to ride.
From the business perspective first, I think the really good contribution is that all the artists in the EP and the festival got to experience what Mystico got and what got us here. So the industry insights, release campaigns and how they work, even down to the question of branding and what merch should I have. And I know that every artist that worked on that project asked questions and they got a lot of resources out for nothing, right? That's probably the biggest contribution.
We're very excited to see a whole bunch of independent artists perform.
Where the hell is my husband? What is taking him so long to find?
I am feeling all the feels right now. There are so many people here. I am just so overjoyed. Good energies in the room.
Like, hello? Gonna tell me, baby, where the hell is my husband? What is taking him so long to find me? Oh, baby.
There was not one thing that went wrong from a perspective of our planning and execution.
Exactly right.
We killed it.
I agree. That was a testament to the hundreds of hours of the behind the scenes.
Chris has a really, really good way of jumping in the deep end and attacking something even if she's not prepared. And that's really important when we're moving so quickly.
The capacity to have an artist brain in this, and I think we've spoken about this a lot, we're industry artists, the creativity that you guys had to problem solve, but also to create the EP and the vibe of the festival and the everything really of the festival. It was really, really wonderful.
You could actually see the audience take a moment where they were just chatting with their friends, having a drink and having a good time.
Developing those connections is a really wonderful thing to see. Like seeing two people you know are from completely different worlds standing in a bar and having a conversation with each other is just, it's exactly what that festival is about.
Connor and Oscar said from the very beginning that it wasn't about them. It was an artist-driven thing about the entire lineup.
And I think the other thing to note is something I learned along this journey, which is you can't do it alone. Yes, there are people out there that can conquer the world all on their lonesome, but it's so much better when you've got friends with you.
You definitely can't do it
alone. Oh no, I need help. Blink twice.
I've seen all the workings in the background, so there's been a lot of blood, sweat and tears to put this on.
The only way we can do things like this is with financial support. There are so many big pockets out there, and if you're watching this and you're a corporate sponsor, come and join a movement. Come put your money somewhere that actually does something good.
Yellow light, green light, gold. Crazy little woman in a one-man show. Mary Queen, a rhythm of love.
Looking ahead to 2026 Homegrown, we want to tackle more, we want to help more people, we want to establish more routes.
I would love to use Mystico Presents festivals as a vice to inject some real money into this industry from a emerging independent level, not the big guys.
I'm absolutely energized right now. This crowd is insane. I can't believe we got the numbers here.